Hi, folks. Welcome back to Vino Experienza by David Alexander. I wanted to do this video because I was so impressed with the story of this little wine here. This is actually made by the Drouin family of Burgundy, France. And they have sent their daughter over to run their American winery in Willamette, Oregon. And what's amazing about this, the little wine, is that you've got an expression of domestic wine with Burgundy style of winemaking and a touch of Burgundy in the way that it tastes. So this is just a fun little wine. Let me tell you a little bit about the production on this wine. They do not want to use any pumps on the wine during the processing of this. So actually their winery actually built on the side of a hill, and it's actually in 4 layers, 4 levels. So it's all gravity fed. There is no electronic pump during the course of making this wine. So the grapes are brought in on the top level, and they're crushed, and then it drops down to the next level where it is fermented. Then it's dropped down to the next level where it is aged, and then it's dropped down to the last level where it is bottled. So this is a very Burgundian style of way of making wine, very natural. These guys do very much a sustainable farming. So this is dry farmed, no chemical preservatives, no chemical additives, nothing used in this wine to cause it to be other than just what nature provides. So fantastic little wine for that. And then what I wanted to talk about this wine was this reason too. What do we do with wines like this? Well, a lot of people, the classical pairing on this wine is going to be with grilled salmon. It's going to be with roasted poultry. And in fact, Pinot Noir is our #1 selling wine during the course of November because of the fact that for Thanksgiving, it is a classical pairing for a Thanksgiving meal. But I want to throw out a new pairing for you on this one here because I've used it recently and it's absolutely tremendous. This, pair this with stroganoff. Take some beautiful ribeye steak, cut those into like 1 inch pieces, and actually saute that with about a quarter of this cup of this wine and some olive oil, and throw in some seasonings with that. And then go ahead and continue to make your stroganoff sauce using whatever recipe that you like. But this is a fantastic wine to pair with that meal. Saute the meat with it and then use it also as you drink during the course of the meal. Fantastic, fantastic wine. And you know, this is the thing. Obviously, Burgundy is kind of the birthplace of this Pinot Noir. It could be other locations, but truthfully, there in Burgundy, they have perfected Pinot Noir to such an extent. Now, the difference between Burgundy Pinot Noir and domestic Pinot Noir is usually this. Burgundy Pinot Noir has much more earthiness to it, and domestic Pinot Noir is much more fruit forward. Part of that is location, where it's grown. We have hotter temperatures, we have longer growing seasons, so the fruit gets very ripe. And so, anyway, in Burgundy, it has a little bit shorter growing season. Those grapes actually take on much more the effects of the soil that it's grown in, and so it creates a much more earthy profile. And remember, Pinot Noir is a very, very delicate grape, so it actually takes on the effects of the soil more than almost any other grape. And so that creates that earthiness in the wine, making this a beautiful wine for food, especially thinking mushrooms. Think about mushrooms in there. We try this real quick. That is delicious. Very smooth, little bit elevated level of acidity that's going to pair well with the food, and just that touch of earthiness that comes in on the back palate. So pair this with your favorite stroganoff recipe, and this is Drouin Petite Seconds, available Total Wine for $39.99. Great little wine for preparing a beautiful meal and for enjoying with family and friends, and especially as we look forward to, I know it's a long ways away, but Thanksgiving, the warmer weather, the cooler weather coming. Actually, it's 104 today in Temescal Valley. So anyway, enjoy this wine with the family and friends. And please subscribe to the channel. Invite your friends, family to enjoy it with us. Hope you guys are having a great time with it. Write in the comments or questions, anything that you have. If you want my recipe for stroganoff, let me know and I can pass that on to you. Thanks so much. Have a great day.